Hello, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, President of Forge Wealth Management, and welcome to our Women in Wealth series. Today, I have a new friend with me. And Nicole, can you tell us who you are, what you do, and what you love about what you do?
Sure. So hi, I'm Nicole. I'm a photographer in the South Jersey and Philadelphia area. I do not have a physical space. I travel to you. So that is one of the things that I love about what I do is that I actually get to make it easy and fun for you to get your picture taken for things like your social media, if you're an entrepreneur or your website, or if it's a family photo, just to like make sure that, you know, if you're putting a bunch of kids in the car, that's not always easy. So for me, I come to you and I help get you the creative content that you want to capture for, time to come. So that's a little bit of what I do in a nutshell. And I love it because I believe that rising tides, like all rising tides, lift each other up. So for me, it's like the idea that if I can help women feel confident and joyful when they're getting their picture taken, that will make them feel good about whatever they're trying to do with that imagery, whether it's attract new clients for their business or whether it's, just frame a picture on the wall of their family that they want to remember. So for me, that's kind of like what I love about what I do. And part of my core values. So I'm really excited that I actually get to do things that resonate so closely to things that matter to me.
Oh,
A
that's
little bit
fantastic.
about myself.
Yeah, fantastic. And you must bring so much joy to people with what you do, with the pictures and memories and, capturing those special moments. You just bring joy to every occasion. Oh,
That's the goal. Like the goal is to always make it fun and to make it like it's interesting. I know sometimes like it's not always people most of the people I work with don't usually spend time in front of a professional camera. They're used to using their phones for things. But they don't always use like, they're like, well, how do I stand? How do I look? So for me, I just want to make it easy for them. Like I've made like Spotify playlists before just to like have it like, okay, like what's your favorite music? Like we're gonna make this fun. So
smart.
it's it's just I want it to be an enjoyable experience all around. Like by the end of it, like if it's I hope that we can talk and chat. Like a lot of my clients have become some of my favorite people. So where we're like, let's get a glass of wine afterwards. It's
Yeah,
been a lot of
yeah.
fun.
Oh, that's fun. Good for you. Good for you. Um, so I know with what you do, it's a very in-person type of event. How have you had to manage, continuing in the pandemic? I'm sure there was a period where you couldn't, but how are you pivoting with your career for that?
Yeah, Regina, that's such a good question. The I was really focused before the pandemic. I was really focused on events, big weddings, um, conferences, any type of event that was 50 people or more. Like those were usually my target, my niche market. And during the pandemic, I was forced, not, well, I hate saying forced, I like to believe that things happen for you, not to you. So I was changed by focusing more on the one on one type of photography. So it's like I actually found what I love to do the most is personal branding photography for female entrepreneurs. So I absolutely love doing that and I feel the most lit up and I feel like I can serve the most to my community when I'm doing that. But I found that by going through the pandemic, which is ironic, right? 'Cause you wouldn't think that like I would find it that way, but because I was able to do things safely, wearing a mask from a distance, 6 feet away for the most part. And that to me was probably the biggest pivot that I made. Just refocusing on who I served and how I served and how I showed up. But it actually has been a blessing because I'm happier. I think I'm actually happier doing the personal branding sessions and small families as well. I still able to do that, especially outdoors. Um, so yeah,
That's cool. That's
probably the biggest way I could.
Yeah, and sometimes you need events like this to kind of find your own peace, find your happiness, And,
Mhm.
sometimes it's also good to look at, the positive things that came out of the pandemic and the quarantine, because you certainly don't want to stay on the negative because there's too many, but every once in a while you hear something really good about, like what you're saying, you found events that you actually enjoy more and that you feel like that's really your favorite space.
It really is. It really is. And I feel like one of the biggest challenges I think a lot of folks face right now, especially like the female entrepreneurs I work with, is creating a lot of content for social media and being present and showing up in that space authentically with confidence. And one of the ways I help them is just through, like I said, through that imagery, right? Being able to have a 2 hour session, a 1 hour session where you create content that's evergreen that you're going to have for, 6 months, right? And help you attract the people you want to attract. It makes it easier for them to go out there and do, write the captions and out like have a content brainstorm session too to just like help through that process. Have the content for their website or their blog, all that marketing collateral. I think, for me, the challenge as an entrepreneur is constantly trying to create all of that, right? And what do you outsource? What do you keep in house? What do you do yourself? Like all of those questions all the time. So for me, I try to make that process easy and a little fun. Okay, I keep going back to fun because I do like to make it something that's not, always a challenge. There's constantly challenges we have running our businesses every day, but I try to make that something that's not. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's definitely been, I'm really grateful. Really grateful. I think you said it best. It's just like, where do you find like the positive and how can you be grateful for what you have and, the opportunities you're given, even if they don't come in ways that you're expecting.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you just said, and I'll rephrase it probably, um,
Yeah.
when, especially as an entrepreneur, you were talking about that, doing what you're best at and having other people come in and help you with the things that you're not best at. And I do some coaching and they call that staying within your unique ability, and if it's not within your unique ability, bring somebody else in to do it. So me taking pictures, not my unique ability. Decorating, not my unique ability, right? So that's what,
Yeah.
so other entrepreneurs can, who need some photography work, they should definitely be reaching out to you to, help them with their projects, and, help them spend time on the things that they're really good at by offloading this important task, but better done by you.
Yeah. That's, that's such a great way to paraphrase it. I can't even
Yeah.
say paraphrase. I'm like paraphrase
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
that.
it's just I'm trained to think that way anymore because I have a hard time myself staying in my lane because it's like, oh, well, I could probably do that. It'll just take me 15
I
minutes.
could learn it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I'm always like, well, I can learn it. I can figure it out, right? Because I've always been that kind of person, and I think entrepreneurs are the type of people. Well, I'll just figure it out. But then you're spending hours, right, where you could be focusing, like you just said, on the things that you are in your unique, area of expertise that you love doing, that
Yeah.
lights you up,
Mhm.
and instead you're like, how do I set up a tripod and I'm taking a selfie, but it looks ridiculous. I don't understand why does my body look like this in the photo, but I look at this one and it looks like they're great or yeah, or anything. Like for me, I struggle with like writing content
Yeah.
sometimes, like just the constant so working with somebody in marketing who's just really good at that helps
Mhm.
me a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, or yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, how about being a professional woman? What are some of the challenges that you've come across in your career?
Um, so I would say professionally, and personally, it's kind of a cross because and this is it's and like I love that you said that you coach women or you're in coaching because I've used a coach before and it's really helped me with this. But my sense of worthiness and just going forward and saying I am allowed to serve in a way and show up in a way that is aligned with my values and who I am. And also, make money doing that. And I think for me, it took a while to actually allow myself and give myself permission to do that and then feel worthy enough to do that. I don't know if that's unique to women. I think it is. I think it's something that, that limiting belief, at least I think that's something that for me, I've struggled with. So, yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
definitely probably the number one thing.
So I actually go to coaching classes because I need guidance as a business owner, right? So I'm not coaching. Again, I wouldn't be good as a coach to, that as my primary goal. Although I kind of coach my clients and what their needs are, and I'm totally great there. But I like to when I meet other women professionals or entrepreneurs, the one thing I like to do is empower them, empower them to be their best selves and, go on with their bad selves and kick some butt in the, working world. And it's just a one way, like you said, you float up, a river rises and, you bring
Yeah,
everybody along. So if we could
yeah,
support each other in the professional world and the personal world as women,
yeah.
I think we all get a little bit further.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I felt that way during our first conversation when we talked. It was definitely like you were like very like just very it's so great, easy talking to you, right? And I felt like you understood and that you were there to support. And I felt like this is somebody who I want to work with, right? Like somebody who understands me, who sees me, and that's huge, especially in the business world when every day, right, you're going through and you're just trying to figure it out. And so knowing that you're someone you can trust is huge. So yeah,
Mhm.
you're definitely one of those people. For sure.
Get myself in trouble, right? But we have fun. We
Yeah.
do have fun.
I know.
It's just so many challenges, different types of things that we run across and, different obstacles that we run
Yeah.
across as we're trying to grow our practices. And, hopefully it gets a little bit better for each generation of women and each phase. You have the
Hmm.
millennials, you have Gen Y, you have, all these different generations coming through. But
Gen
even
Z.
within those like distinct groups, like the millennials, they're all different within their groups too, with what they've
Hmm.
experienced through that generation and how it's going to impact them in the in their professional world and in their personal world. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree. And I hope it's getting I want to believe I hope it's gonna get better. Not necessarily easier, but better, because I don't think there is an easy button. Although I always look for it, I'm like, where is
Yep.
it?
Nope,
But
don't have one.
it doesn't really exist. So, but I wanna believe it will get better,
I
and
agree.
and we can help create that. Yeah, with the work that we're doing. So,
For
yeah,
sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
So you have a long road ahead of you. You're building your career, you're building your photography business. Um, on the other side of that, many years away, what's your vision of retirement?
Oh, I love this question. So I want to be financially free. That's huge for me. I really want to feel like no debt. I want to feel like I can travel to wherever I want to go and where I want to see. And when we can travel again, I'm so excited for when we can
Yes,
travel again.
we'll do a dance for that one.
Oh yeah. And yeah, and I think I imagine myself in maybe like a small house by the water. Just yeah, wake up in the morning, enjoy my coffee with some plants. You don't see my plants in here, but they're like to the left and they're like to the right. Yeah, just learning how to like propagate them and all the things that you can do. Like right now, I just water them like that's enough. But like to keep it alive. But I want to learn. Yeah, I just want to learn about new things and explore things. I've always been multi passionate. Before I did this, I mean, I was a project manager. I had my master's in communications, so I've always been somebody who likes to do a lot of different things. And I want to explore all that when I retire. I mean, I think have a little more time for that.
That's
I
cool.
love that.
That's very cool. So if people want to learn more about you and your business and, want to use you for some of their, events or, women entrepreneurs or
Mhm.
helping them with their social media pictures and events, how would they find you?
So I am on Instagram at Nichole MCH Photography. I am also on my website is www.nicholemchphotography.com, and my Gmail is nicholemchphotography as well. So if you look up Nichole MCH Photography, you should be able to find me.
That's awesome. I love how you kept it all like, the same. Yeah. Smart, smart,
try,
smart.
try to make it easy, right?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
want you to
Yeah.
be able to connect. I want to connect. I want to learn more. Yeah, about all the people who I'm hoping I can serve.
That's
So,
great. That's great. Well, hopefully, people will reach out to you at some point when they're needing a
yeah,
service, and hopefully,
yeah.
as the world opens up, we will see each other at an event at some point. That'll be fun.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I know. I haven't. Have you gone out to eat at all? Have you gone to any restaurants lately?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still at 50% capacity, so and they do like alternating tables and stuff like that. So yeah, I've gone out a couple times. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's real. I actually went out this past weekend for the first time in a long time, and it was actually it felt nice.
Yeah.
Like it felt nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. But I was like, it's still not. It's not the same, but it's still. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always great to go sit at a table and somebody cooks your food and delivers it to you and you just sit there and enjoy it.
Oh my gosh, I have so many dishes anymore. So many. I am constantly cooking, and I never was a cook before this either. I pivoted that way too, right? Like I don't know about you. Do
Yeah.
you cook a lot?
Yeah, I do. Well, yes
Yeah.
and no. It depends, days of the week and times of the year. We do a lot of cooking. Yes. Yeah.
So do you ever use HelloFresh or any of that? Any of those delivery services like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, any of that?
I haven't done any of them. Just my mom lives with me, so she loves to cook. So she'll cook during the week,
Oh.
and then I'll ask for a day on the weekend where I can cook. And then during the summer, I cook a lot because I'll grill. I do a lot of grilling. So we alternate basically who's cooking, and because my mom enjoys cooking so much, I don't think I'd be allowed to order one of those services. I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, mom."
That's awesome. I wish I had like a chef or like a mom who was like, here, let me make you some dinner.
Yeah, I know. I know. We're
That's
spoiled. We're so
awesome.
spoiled. Yeah. So have
That's
you tried any of
awesome.
them? Have you tried them? Which ones?
Yes.
Which
So
ones?
I've tried HelloFresh and
Mhm.
I do really like it. I actually got my sister hooked on it, and my one of my close friends actually recommended it to me, and I was a little skeptical at first, but I was like, you know what? I'm trying things, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the time to just venture out and try. And every meal I've made has been really good. I would say that it's pretty cool because they do let you decide like if you're vegetarian or if you're a meat lover or if you're whatever your diet is, they will customize the boxes to you, but they have a specific menu that you choose from.
Oh,
So
you get to choose
I
the
don't know.
food. You get to choose the actual meals too. Oh,
You
I
get to
like
choose the
that.
meal, but like the genre, you choose the genre, and then there's a set like a menu of meals you can choose from in that genre.
Oh,
And then I've found that I like the speedy ones because at the end of the day, usually I don't want to take a lot of time to cook myself dinner, especially because it's just me. So I like to just like have like the 20-minute like meals, but occasionally for like a Sunday dinner, like there's ones that take like 45 minutes or a little bit longer. Like last night I made baked ziti, and it was really good. It was actually really, really, really good.
ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Check.
yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I can send you a coupon code.
I'll
I
let
feel like
you
I
know.
did a commercial for that, and that wasn't the goal, but it was just like it's something that I have found recently, and it's been helpful to switch it up because grocery shopping's never been really my thing either. So
Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's amazing how much money you can spend in a supermarket if you're not paying attention. Like if I go in there with a
Oh yeah.
list, it's so much better than if I'm randomly like, I'm just going in for a few things and I come out with a basket, like a cart full of crap. Not like real food,
Oh yeah.
crap. Oh, well, we haven't had
Yep.
that in a while. We haven't had that. Let's get some of the kids
Mhm.
will love that. And meanwhile, it's going in going in my direction. So we can't keep doing that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So I try to
Right.
go with
Right.
lists.
Exactly.
Yeah, it goes
Right. And I
down.
don't like wasting things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Exactly. Want to be smart with my money. So yeah,
Yep,
all those things.
exactly.
Yep.
Well, I wanna thank you for joining me today. This has been fun. I'm grateful to see you again, and again,
Thank
really
you.
can't wait till we can get out and play, so that'll be, an
Me
awesome thing to
too.
do. Um,
Me too.
so I also wanna thank everyone else for joining us. We appreciate you. Again, I'm Regina McCann Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management, and my website is forgewealth.com. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Forge Wealth, and LinkedIn. I'm Regina McCann Hess. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.